Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Palm M100. This is pretty much the standard Palm Pilot that you could get back in the day. I'm not sure if they call them a Palm Pilot or just a PDA, but I have old habits die hard. I call all Palm PDAs Palm Pilots at some point, but this was a recent pickup at my local Goodwill. I actually bought this for $6. As you can see, probably not from the focus, but that little sticker there was $6 in the box, and I just thought this was a really cool find. They had it behind the glass. Typically behind the glass the prices are always outrageous, so I was expecting around $20 for something like this, but no, it was actually the lady behind the counter. There was no price on it before, and she just marked it $6. When I asked her, because I was expecting like $20, $15, even $30, some ridiculous price. But no, this was $6, and I walked out with it, and so I decided to make a video about it, so let's go. Starting things off with the back of Le Box. This is the Palm M100 handheld, as previously stated, and its features and benefits. It lists a classic organizer functionality, as with most PDAs, without all the paper clutter, because before this you would carry around, before a PDA you actually had to carry around a book, and a lot of people still do. My grandmother still does. Handwrite notes for quick reminders. This actually uses the graffiti language, whatever, in order to transfer touch to text, and we're going to be showing some of that later in the video. But we've got the handwrite notes for quick reminders, so if you just want to write down cereal or something like that, this first thing that came to mind, or whatever, you could write that down. Safeguard your data, so one-touch data exchange and backup between your handheld and computer. I'm going to sync this up. We're going to be installing some of the software on one of these older computers I have, and we may even attempt to register it online with Palm's servers to see if they're still up. Easy internet information access. Download information from the internet. I doubt you could download any sort of MP3s or anything like that. There are hacks to get this thing to browse the web, and even some officially supported browsers, which are probably not even going to function all too well anymore. Personalize for life. So basically you could take these faceplate replacements and make them all kinds of ridiculous colors. It was actually quite not innovative as you would think back in the day. A lot of things back in the day actually had a feature quite similar to this. And then it just shows a picture of the Palm M100 with its protective flip cover, which is one touch to see the time, and this is set to the correct time and date. This was manufactured around August 2000, if the serial number is to be believed, which in most cases it is. Thousands of solutions, from games to personal and professional productivity software. Choose from thousands of software and hardware add-ons to extend the capabilities of your handheld. That actually sounds like a pretty good deal for $6. It's too bad this thing is old beyond belief. Enter data easily. Use your PC or Mac. Use the on-screen keyboard. We are going to be syncing with a PC today, but if I ever do get an iMac G3, which I am planning on purchasing while I still can, and you guys would like to see that, then you can certainly request it. And that's pretty much it. One-touch see time, protective flip cover, Palm powered, and that's pretty much it for the features on the back of Le Box. As far as accessories go, Palm was not screwing around back in the day. They wanted to get as much of your money as possible. So accessorize your Palm handheld. Make a statement and accessorize your Palm M100 handheld. Create your own unique look with the variety of accessory options available through your computer products reseller or the Palm online store. This store is down, by the way. I'm not sure if it'll come back up. Probably won't, to be honest. But as stated before, you got the replaceable front-back plates. And here's something interesting that I believe Apple even derived from with the iPhone, which was the syncing dock, to where you could sort of sit it there and it would slightly lean back. So it's basically a lot like the typical docking connector. I guess 30 pin, and nowadays they actually use lightning connectors. And then you've got the terrible Palm portable keyboard, which again is a lot like you can get for the iPads of today, as well as this leather case. So I guess some of them even had spots for credit cards and such. I do not have any of the accessories. All I have is exactly what came with it the day it was purchased. So without further ado, I'm going to zoom out the ultra wide and we are going to be unboxing this baby. Okay guys, so we are going to be opening this baby up. It includes link to Microsoft Outlook, access the web, the Webernets, I guess you could call it. I actually think that Webernets is quite a fun word, to be honest. Opening up, we get the Palm Pilot itself, and this came with its original bubble wrap. Most of it's not been popped. Here is the sync cable, which when I actually purchased this and originally opened it, it was never opened, so I guess this guy just used it or never really used it, so he never synced it up is the point of that. But obviously I've tested this before making the video to make sure we don't have a repeat of the last time I made that big show of that camera, then find out it didn't actually work. But anyway, you got the Palm Pilot itself. This is the M100. It's lovely, the build quality on this thing. It's like a tank, unlike that cheap Rolodex crap. But anyway, opening this up, we find, let's see here, we've got Go Online with Advent Go. Let me see if I can focus there on what we're reading. Go Online with Advent Go includes the Palm Desktop Software CD-ROM. This is the Palm Desktop Software with the CD. Palm Protection Plan. I'm pretty sure that this warranty is no longer valid, really. Business Reply Mail. Worldwide consumer information. So I guess it gives you the phone numbers for where you could call, and then there's the multi-language manual, as well as the graffiti stickers. I got all the graffiti stickers, technically. Graffiti, if you do not know, kids, is a language that was developed for Palm back in the day that would make it easier for you to write text-to-speech as opposed to writing a letter. There were certain gestures that I guess you could do, and that would actually sort of help and would be much more accurate than, let's say, actually having to write the letter. And then right there you've got the Palm Quick Start Guide. Read this first, and we're not going to read any of this. Normally I would recommend getting drivers online, but since we got the original disc, and I'm pretty sure that there are not that many updates, this is not a graphics card, so we are going to be pretty much just showing off some of the features of this Palm handheld. Okay guys, so here we've got the Palm M100 on the table. So if you press this button, it turns it off, but if you were to press that button, it would start up a clock application. So let's say it's in your pockets or something, pull it out, you got your time and your date right there. Real convenient, real innovative. And of course, you got your stylus sort of right there. It's really convenient, taking it out. Shouldn't drop it, but I guess we just don't play by the rules here. We're such a rebel. You're not supposed to drop the stylus, they say. Well, forget the system, I say. But anyway, starting off here, we've got the address book and a calculator, as well as the clock application, as stated before. Calculator. This is actually, it's quite a nice calculator. There are a few third-party calculator apps available, still online. If you do so feel the need to still be using a Palm, I would recommend typically getting a decent calculator, considering that the one that's built in is very, very basic. Then you got Notepad, which you can even write directly onto the screen, and it's terrible tracking. It's a lot like those first-gen motion boards, but then of course you can also use graffiti, which I am not a master of. And if, as you know, if you slide up there, it gives you the graffiti cheat sheet. And done. So basically, if I were to go into, let's say, this is setup. I gotta calibrate this apparently. Bear with me. I don't want to continue your setup. I am done with setup. Thank you. Thank you for the pointless setup there. Memo pad, notepad. So memo pad, I could use A. So that's that. I am nowhere near being a master of graffiti. B. Let's try to write ourselves a B here. That's a B. That was a lowercase b, but I'm actually quite happy with how that B turned out. The camera just can't focus. These are terrible screens. As far as PDA goes, Palm had some good screens, but in general, cameras just have so much trouble picking up any kind of PDA screens unless you got perfect focus on there, which obviously I don't. So you've got the to-do list. Don't forget to register. That's automatically put in there, and then you can add in other ones. Say new, and I'm going to actually sort of plug myself here by going new, and we're going to bring up the keyboard here and subscribe, because I'm just that cheesy. That's good enough. That's a good enough to-do list. And if I knew any sort of graffiti, I would have totally wrote like and comment, but that's kind of goes along with it. So now, as far as built-in apps goes, there is no games really built in. It's got these few easy access buttons that are built right into it, so that you can put in a few phone numbers here and there. This thing, I believe, has 32 kilobytes because this was the basic model of Palm. Palm was more business-oriented. There were a few kids. They would basically be the equivalent of tablets or smartphones of today. There were cell phones around, but PDAs, if you wanted a good organizer, were pretty much where it was at. I'm not sure where I was going with that, but regardless, let's get a computer set up and let's try installing the software to sync it with. And of course, we've got our old friend, the Toshiba Satellite Pro, that I've pretty much just been using for a coaster for my tea. But regardless, we are going to be syncing our Palm Pilot up with this. So first things first, we are going to be turning on the computer, and this takes actually quite a while to boot up. Because this is a Pentium 1 running Windows 98, which is an operating system that it was never really intended to run, at least not all that well. Resume failure, press any key to continue. So apparently, yeah, the batteries actually was still good, but it just went into sleep mode, I guess. The reason you can't see anything on the screen right now is because there's actually not much going on there as of right now. Maybe if I close the blinds a bit, but we are shooting at a low ISO, so obviously closing the blinds isn't going to do much for just seeing what's going on the screen. Actually opening the blinds might actually help, to be honest. But anyway, I will update you guys when we are on the Windows desktop with a higher ISO. There we are. ISO 800 is a lot better. Yes, I want to exit scan disk. And here is the sync cable we are going to be using. This is an old serial port, and a lot like the iPhone of today, it has a little port built into the back. And no, this does not charge. It actually runs off of AAA batteries. Real convenient right there. I used to use a camera that ran off of AAA batteries, and that was the bane of my existence for quite a long time until I got this Sony Handycam. And the quality of the video was worse, but at least the audio was alright. I'm not using the Zoom Edge one right now, simply because I don't wanna really put too much jazz onto this. I hate it when a lot of people put, I wouldn't say too much effort is a bad thing, but I'm just saying that I want to show you guys how this works without putting too much gloss over it. Like, this is how you would really use the Palm back in the day. So, cancel, because this is not my computer. Didn't steal it. Or did I? That was a stupid joke. But anyway, it is now booting onto the desktop. Now, I've pre-installed Palm software before I started filming this to test it. And so now we can probably connect it over serial. As you can see, serial is now connected. And we should be able to sync it. Oh, sorry about that cut, guys. Had a bit of an issue, but now, as you can see, we've got this. All applications be closed. Setup can proceed. The following. Setup, close the applications. I thought I already set up Palm. Yeah, I already set up Palm desktop software. Where's my little pointer thing? I can't find it. I cannot quite see my little pointer thing. Come on, where are you? Where are you, little pointer thingy? There we are. It was lost. Alright. Palm desktop software. So we're going to start that up with a double click. Now, once that starts up, this screen on the little Palm should then connect and say that it is started to sync. Now, whether or not it's going to be syncing much, I don't know. Let's see here. Hot sync software. Okay, log. Going to be going over local sync. Connecting to the desktop software. Select a user. Cull. Alright, because I've already been on there, so I can select the user. And it's going to be determining the handheld configuration. And it's syncing up the address book. So if you were on the road or something and you wanted to input your numbers and such into your laptop, you could then successfully sync it over to your Palm, put this in your pocket, keep your time and date, address book, etc. in, let's say, your bag, just in your pocket, purse, if you're a woman or whatever, and you could just keep that there. You want to remember your notes, etc., just general phone numbers without having to carry around your big laptop. And it's a lot like phones of today, but this desktop software, you could even install new software if you were to get it onto this computer, or if you were to connect this over a modem to the web. So let's just try syncing something up here. Let's see here. I want to. Where did I? Alright, so let's see here, Notepad, so I could write some notes on here. I swear I need to set this thing, it's just terrible the way that I've got the mouse pointer set up to where it disappears when you're moving it. Just terrible, but anyway, we're going to select Notepad now. So that's going to launch up a Notepad application, and you can see my lovely, lovely drawing that I made right there. It's so nice. Okay. And we're going to go File. We're going to select Always on Top. Okay. It doesn't give me the option to create a new one, it seems. But anyway, you can see a lot of the delete options in Palm's desktop software. The to-do list. And so here we're now able to access my to-do list. So this is general, like, no nonsense, just general, the address book, technical support, and such. And then there's the date. You could set certain things, like for 10 o'clock, whatever. Find, I don't know. Let's just see here. Find a cat, because let's say we lost our cat, and we only care enough to make enough time between 10 o'clock and 12 p.m. because we're just that horrible of a person. We could do that, and I guess that's pretty much it. Now we can sync it up, all of our settings and files. We can then sync up to the Palm M100 and disconnect it from the computer and take it anywhere we want. And that is just the kind of magic that this could do in the 90s and early 2000s that had never even been seen before. So that's pretty much everything that was magical about the Palm Pilots of the day. Pretty much just put into one short video for you guys. I know that I didn't go into too much detail because I didn't have much backstory behind it, because really I wasn't really around in technology back then. So all I can really do is show you guys what these things are capable of without, I know B Bishop PCM, he has a lot of cool stories, and that's one of the things I absolutely love about his videos. But anyway, hope this was some form of entertainment for you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, kick it.